All right, thank you, Elaine Malkin and the North Star Sisters. And now, coming all the way from Belfast, we have a great fiddle teacher, a great performer, a wonderful local musician here. Please make welcome Jennifer Armstrong.
Thank you so much. Well, I thought I'd do you 3 short little tunes from 3 master fiddle players that I learned from when I was growing up north of Chicago in Illinois. And the first fiddle player I learned from was from County Sligo, Ireland, a man named Michael Gorman. And he was 80 at the time, and I was 8. And he was my first love and my first mentor. He taught me a hornpipe called the Boys of Blue Hill. And then later on, I learned another hornpipe called the Harvest Home. But at age 8, I called it the Hardest Home. Because it had all these triplets and little bow rocking things. So medley of hornpipes. Another really wonderful fiddle player that I learned from also had a folk festival called the Fox Hollow Folk Festival, which is where I met Dudley Laufman many, many years ago. And he was calling the dances then as part of that folk festival. But fiddler Bob Beers had learned from his grandfather Sullivan from the Ozarks. And here's a little song called The Great High Wind That Blew the Low Post Down. I'll sing a couple of the verses. When the wind didn't die, it blew the whiskers off the rye, and it blew so high it blew the buttons off the sky, and the Lord peeped through and hollered, well, well, why? It's the great high wind that blew the low post down. It blew away the bugs from a row of sweet potatoes, and it wrinkled up the skin on a flock of alligators, blew away a kiss from a pair of osculators. It's the great high wind that blew the low post down. Oh, it blew in the valley and it blew on the hill, blew till the sun and the moon stood still, blew down hell till the devil got a chill. It's the great high wind that blew the low post down. from a fiddle player from the Shetland Islands named Allie Bain, who was a house guest of ours before he was in the Boys of the Loch, so that was way long ago. And this is when I really took off playing fiddle all the time. This was the big inspiration when I was 13 years old. And so I'm going to play you a medley of tunes. The first one, I don't think this is the name of it, but it's what I thought I could hear on the old reel-to-reel tape recorder that we taped people on back then. Remember those? I think it was called Stormell, something like that. But the second reel is Jenny's Chickens, which I always particularly liked.
Armstrong, everybody.